Okay, so fill in the chart with the axis of symmetry. Remember, the axis of symmetry is an equation. X equals something. The vertex, the exact x-intercepts, if any, the y-intercept, the domain, the range. Using set builder notation, we're going to use interval notation, not set builder notation. And then graph the parabola showing dots. So probably, remember we said 5 to 7, somehow, something like that. So I didn't give us a whole lot of room here, but I know my vertex here is 3, 2, which tells me my axis of symmetry is x equals 3. So I should be able to plot that line, or the axis of symmetry right there at x equals 3. I should be able to plot the point 3, 2 right there. And I know this is going to be facing down. Okay. Now, a couple of quick points that are easy to graph are from the A value. The A value says go down 3 over 1, both directions. Now, that's not in the chart, but those are quick and easy points. Now, you can see now that the points on the x-axis are not going to be pretty. We're going to have to work at those. So the easy way to do that is to set that equal to 0, negative 3 x minus 3 squared plus 2 equals 0. If I divide everything by 3 and then, I'm sorry, if I subtract 2 and then divide by 3, so I'm going to go, let's give us some more room. 3x minus 3 squared equals negative 2. Divide by 3, we get x minus 3 squared equals negative 2/3. That was a negative, wasn't it? So that's going to be positive, positive. I now want to take the square root of both sides. Appreciate that being positive now. Oh, this isn't pretty, is it? Okay. But we can do this. Just take our time. X minus 3 equals the square root of 3 over square root of 2. I'm going to write that separately. Square root of 2 over square root of 3. This has got to be plus or minus. I know I'm going to have to rationalize my denominator here. Sorry, 3, root 3. So that's going to become root 6 over 3. And then I want to add 3 to both sides. Okay? So I now have x equals 3 plus or minus square root of 6 over 3 as my intercepts. And again, just a little patience allowed me to solve that. That wasn't so bad. So 3 plus or minus the square root of 6. That's not a 6. Plus or minus the square root of 6 over 3. Okay, so the next step is to find the y-intercept. That means x goes to 0. If x goes to 0, we know that negative 3 times 0 minus 3 squared plus 2 becomes negative 3 times 9 plus 2, negative 27, plus 2 is negative 25. So negative 25. That puts that intercept way down here, which means this is also going to be 3 over way down here. So we've got to, this is going to be really narrow, isn't it? Oh, by the way, 3 plus or minus root 6 over 3 is going to be real close to 2 and real close to 4. So when I graph this, I've got all these points right here. My domain is from negative infinity to infinity. My range is from negative infinity to 2 including 2. Okay, there's my entire masterpiece.